Welcome back to what I would agree with Mistress Miriam is the best show on the radio. We are the New Music Alliance Radio Hour here today. I am Tobey Sol LaRoche, and I'm here with Mark Ramone and Mistress Miriam. Welcome back. You just heard a band called The New Mosaic doing a song called Don't Do It. And before that, you heard Kimaya Diggs performing True Eyes off of her album Quincy. So what do you guys think of The New Mosaic?
Oh, as soon as I heard this song, I'm like, I didn't know Erica Bryan was in another band. But as soon as I heard this song, I knew it was her, and I love her work.
And I don't know if it's a stage name thing or what, but I know she's been going by Erica Tracy lately.
Oh,
I'm not sure if that's like a middle name. I don't know the answer to why, because her husband is Tom Sullivan, so it's not taking a husband's name. Anyways, yeah, she's amazing. Many people out there might know Erica as a member of West End Blend, based also out of Connecticut, and just what an amazing vocalist she is. I have had the pleasure of seeing her perform live many times, and highly encourage anyone out there to get a chance who has a chance to see The New Mosaic, which is a smaller, more pared down project than West End Blend, not quite as massive with the horns and everything, but has some of the finest musicians coming out of Hartford, Connecticut right now. Such a cool track.
I love this R&B neo soul. It's just very, very hip.
Yeah, I love this sort of vibe that this song gives. I kind of was thinking it made me feel as though I was like driving down a city highway late at night, like headed to a club or something. It's got really nice, just driving energy to it, I feel
Mm,
like,
yeah.
right? And it almost feels like it could be an electronica tune.
Hmm.
It seems like it could be, but I guarantee you this is all these phenomenal musicians that are just so tight. They just sound like they could be machines. They're so good and not lacking in any soul by any means. The drums, keys, bass, and vocals are all just really amazing on this track, a true testament of the skill that's coming out of Hartford right now, and especially out of this project. I love those little bass and keys solos that are in there, showing off their somewhat jazzy or improvisational skills. Really big fan of all the dense harmonies. I know Erica layered her voice a ton in this song and created a very full sound to her vocal parts as well. But yeah, the people in this band, Tom Sullivan is her partner, and by the way, the two of them just had a new baby very recently,
Oh,
so there may be a little
Oh,
a little bit of a pause before you see them out again, but they will be back soon. And so Erica on vocals, Tom Sullivan on the bass, also in West End Blend with Erica, and then Dwayne Keith on the drums. When I first saw Dwayne Keith come and drum, he drummed at one of my events, an old open mic at Bishop's Lounge in Northampton, way back in the day in Northampton, Mass. And he like just stepped in and played as part of the jam that we were having and just knocked my socks off. So I've been following him as a drummer and as a musician in general and all the projects that he's in for quite some time now. And Michael Carabello, who's also part of the Lost Tribe with Jocelyn Pleasant, based out of Hartford as well, I believe,
hmm,
on the keys, who's another just phenomenal player who just brings so much life to this tune.
fantastic.
let's talk about Kimaya Diggs. Kimaya Diggs. She's a favorite, for sure, and extremely well known in the Valley. And she grew up in the Valley. Her father's a doctor, Dr. Diggs, and she I I referred someone to her father recently. His website is great. He says, I have musical children or something like that. And I'm like, that's an understatement,
The
doctor.
Dig sisters, yeah.
But she's played all of the great venues here. She plays the Drake, the Marigold. She's just such a wonderful performer to see live, and her recordings are great. I think this is her most recent recording. Yes.
Yes, well, she has some solo or some singles that have been released as well since this album Quincy came out. But
Mm.
this is one of the it's off her newest full album.
I love this. It also kind of, I don't know, it has like a vintagey sound to it.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
totally has like a throwback vibe to it that I love. And whenever a young artist, kind of plays with that, it just excites me so much, especially when it's a vintage that predates them big time. And, I listen to the music and I just go, whoa, you just took me back in such a beautiful way. But, it's not, derivative. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's tipping your hat and saying, yes, I'm honoring this, but I'm bringing myself to the table. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah. She's making classic R&B cool again.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and definitely with her own unique flair. I mean, I agree. I think she does such a beautiful job of really owning her voice and what she has to share and using all these different, all these different vintage or retro kind of influences to fuel these songs. But I don't know if you're aware, but she's backed by, like, most of her band is made up of a band called Lux Deluxe from the Valley that's also been quite successful over the years. They don't play out quite as
Yes.
much anymore, but a solid group. And if you take a band that already exists and is already really tight on their own, and then add your influence into that, it can just take off. And that's exactly what I think has happened with Kimaya's project. And I wanted to say too that this song in particular, Jake actually wrote this song,
Oh,
and Jake is her husband, Jake Rosaza, who is also part of Lux Deluxe. And he gets one song on each of her albums, apparently, that he wrote and that Kimaya
Really?
performs.
Is that like a marital agreement that they have?
Perhaps
Get
it was
one
written.
song on the album, honey. Just one.
Perhaps that's right.
Make it a good one.
Apparently, she says that this tune was written as an anniversary present for her, so it might very
Oh,
well be part of
oh,
that.
that's
And
best gift.
yeah. So he wrote this tune. Jake wrote this tune about a time when Kimaya was contemplating moving away from the area and really wanted her to go and grow and do everything that she wanted to do, but also really wanted her to stay nearby. So it's about that sort of tug and pull of those feelings. But Kimaya mentioned to me that she really loved learning to sing a song written in someone else's voice, which I agree is very appealing to me. I love how do we make this other song that's someone else's kind of message and make it my own musically. And I think she did a beautiful job with this song. This is one of the songs that I didn't even know this was not her composition. I love all of her songs, but this song in particular, when I've been at shows lately of hers, I cannot resist singing along with that refrain every time it comes up. And it's just such a beautiful, easy to sing along to and engage with refrain. And it's just, I'm a huge fan of this song. You'll catch me singing this out loud at any show you catch me at of hers, for sure.
Mm.
And you can definitely catch Kimaya. You had mentioned earlier, Miriam, that she's played at the Marigold. I don't know if she has played at the Marigold. I know she's played Iron Horse, and I know she's played a lot of other great venues in the area. She's played Green River Festival locally. And you can find her, actually, if you're down in Connecticut, you can find her on July 24th in Mansfield as part of the Summer Concerts on the Square series down there.
that's a great place to see a show.
Yeah, that's right near you, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, I've got to get down to Connecticut. I've got to stop working.
And I don't know if you
Getting
guys, oh, sorry. I was just going to say, I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually played in a band with Kimaya Diggs. Kimaya was the singer in Shaka Zoba when I first joined the project when I
Oh,
moved here in
was she?
2015.
Interesting. Interesting.
Small world.
In 2015,
That's correct.
I probably saw you. Were you in the Valley Music Showcase?
Oh, yes, we won.
Oh,
Yeah,
But that was
so
not with
you,
Kimaya.
you,
That was with Jasmine, different singer.
you might have seen Flathead Rodeo then. No,
Maybe.
we didn't. Did we play that one?
Oh,
We
that
won
sounds
our
familiar.
Valley Music Showcase, and then we were in the finals. But I
It
don't.
might have been against us. I'm not sure.
We might have been against you. We're the fun ones. We're fun. With the wild woman. We're the rockabilly band. And
Yeah, okay.
I saw you
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was on percussion and I was sing and I was playing. Not only was I playing percussion, I was also basically emceeing and singing some backup vocals for that band too.
that was a long time ago.
It was.
Oh my goodness.
Coming up after the break, we're going to hear the Maladaptive first with a song called This Is the Worst Trip I've Ever Been On. I'll let you guys reflect on what that trip might be about. And another band called Vundabar, Worn Wander, coming up next.